We're here at Atomic Speedway. I don't know if the camera catches the bank here, but some good banking here on the top. I feel like it used to be maybe bowled up slightly more back in the day, but this place is plenty fast enough. The wall has changed several times here. Now they have a wall halfway down the back stretch and all the way around 3 and 4. And then a wall here in 1 and 2 halfway, where back in the day it wasn't like that. So this track's usually pretty slick. Gets real close to the wall, usually slicks off pretty fast for qualifying. We drew a late pill. Hopefully it sticks around a little longer today for us and we could get a good qualifying effort. 36 cars, so quite a bit of cars, good field of cars as well. So we'll see how tonight goes at Atomic. I've never won here. I ran second with the All-Stars. I think we were like 7th here last year, so see if we get a dub tonight.
And from Watertown, Connecticut, the Houston Speedway, BillionAuto.com, Jackson Motorplex, High Performance Lubricants, JRC Transportation, number 2, David Gravel. Brad Sweet in the 49, David Gravel in the 2. First lap time for the Big Cat, 11th quick, 11.51.511.515. Opening lap time for Gravel, second quick, 11.278, 11.278. Second lap for Sweet, fifth quick, 11.388, 11.388. And for David Gravel, lap number 2, quick time, 11.236, 11.236, quick time for David Gravel. David Gravel and Brad Sweet bring us to the green flag in the case number 1 engine oil heat race. Gravel out to the early race lead. Sweet just behind him. Sheldon Hodenshield riding in the 3rd spot as they reach turn 3. Sheldon looks to the inside of the speedway, coming after Sweet for second as Gravel opens things up in front of the field. Sweet on top, Sheldon down low, trying the slider, not enough room to make it work. Battle for second and a spot in this evening's Toyota Dash. Now Brad Sweet putting 4 more car lengths on the NOS Energy Drink 17 of Sheldon Hodenshield. Kill Thomas currently 4th and Jacob Allen occupying the 5th and final transfer spot, this time by 3 laps down and 5 to go. David Gravel turning laps in the low 11-second bracket at over 100 miles per hour for an average speed. Halfway this time by 4 in the books, 4 laps to go. David Gravel's lead over Brad Sweet has grown to 1.7 seconds. Sheldon Hodenshield still 3rd. Kill Thomas 4th, Jacob Allen 5th, Nate Dussel 6th, Lee Jacobs 7th, Danny Smith 8th, and Greg Wilson in 9th. Smith and Wilson putting on a side-by-side battle toward the back of the field. David Gravel edging closer to them as the race leader. 2 to go signal for the Big Game Motorsports number 2. David Gravel having things go all his way so far in the case number 1 engine oil heat race as he closes on the battle between Danny Smith and Greg Wilson. White flag waving for Gravel. Cushion 2/3 of the way up the banking in the corners here at the Atomic Speedway. Gravel works lower into turns 3 and 4. To the checkered flag, David Gravel gets the win in the case number 1 engine oil heat race.
The winner of heat race number 1 and the quick time qualifier tonight, driver of car number 2, David Gravel. I don't think David's paying attention. Hey, David. Hey, David, we're talking to you. Here he comes. David's on his way. Let's see what he can get. He has pretty bad luck when it comes to drawing for the dash. Let's see what he's got. And it's the 4. That is not too bad. Now, David, tonight, I want to say you were the 33rd car out to go qualifying. The first car out was Logan Short. He was quick time the entire way, and I was like, there's just no way that David's going to go out there and do it. And sure enough, he made it happen.
Yeah, you know, Brian Morrison engines and Cody making this car fast and me putting a good lap together, you know, just a perfect combination. So feels good. I was really unsure how we were going to qualify. My lap felt okay, lap 2, but I just didn't know if the speed was gone, and I looked up on the board and said quick time. So that's just one part of the night. The next is getting in a dash, then getting a good dash draw, and 4 is pretty solid. You know, we'll definitely take that from what we've been drawing. So we'll see what the track does. I think the top's pretty low in 1 and 2 right now, and 3 and 4 it's fairly high. So this place gets tricky when that curb gets built up and it gets really slick below it. So we'll see what we get tonight, but we like our chances.
All right, David Gravel going to start from the 4th position.
Green and go in the Toyota Dash. They race into turn 1. Brad Sweet grabs the early lead. Kyle Larson in 2nd. Carson Macedo 3rd. David Gravel in 4th. Side by side for fifth, Logan Schuhart to the inside of the Speedway, makes the move by James McFadden. Schuhart fifth as lap one goes in the books. Carson Macedo and David Gravel going at it for the third spot as Brad Sweet shows the way. Macedo on the cushion, Gravel in the middle of the Speedway. Gravel fast there, but not fast enough to attempt to pass. Work the bottom of the Speedway again in 1 and 2, but momentum belongs to the driver out of Lemoore, California. Carson Macedo running third as Brad Sweet leads it by 1.2 seconds over brother-in-law Kyle Larson. 2 laps to go in the Toyota Dash. Field stringing out just a bit now. Donnie Schatz to the inside of the Speedway, coming after James McFadden for 6, pulls even, can't make the pass. Leader looks at the white flag. We continue to watch Donnie Schatz battling with James McFadden for 6th, and the outside of row number 3 in the feature. Schatz has it as they cross the line. Leader into 3 and 4 for the final time. The Big Cat wins the Toyota Dash at Atomic Speedway. Kyle Larson finishes 2nd. 3rd to Carson Macedo, David Gravel 4th, Logan Schuhart in 5th. We are green on night 1 at Atomic. Side by side for the lead, Brad Sweet slides up in front of Kyle Larson. Now Carson Macedo up to challenge for the 2nd spot. The Big Cat leads into 3 and 4. Brad Sweet leads the opening lap. Kyle Larson running in the 2nd position. Carson Macedo 3rd, challenge down low by David Gravel. Gravel can't make anything happen there. Giovanni Scelzi looking for a little bit of a run on Donnie Schatz further back in the field in a race for the 5th spot. James McFadden to the inside of Scelzi. J-Mac will now move into 6th in the Roth Enterprises number 83. Scelzi trying to come back around him on the outside, but can't make it happen. A look to the inside. Oh, they nearly get together into turn 3. Giovanni Scelzi, close quarters action with James McFadden, and now Logan Schuhart moving into the 83 as well. Leader already closing in on the back of the field. Brad Sweet with an advantage over Kyle Larson, 1.18 seconds. Sweet works the top of the Speedway as he rolls out of turn 2 and down the backstretch. Heavy traffic right in front of the Casey Kane Racing with Mike Curb, number 49. Brad Sweet now looking to find a way by the slower cars. 5 laps down, 30 laps to go at Atomic Speedway. Kyle Larson closing in on Sweet in traffic. Larson takes the lead down to 0.4 of a second. We go back to green. Sweet has a fantastic restart. Larson looking for 2nd, slides up in front of Macedo. Macedo crosses back underneath him. That allows Brad Sweet to get away. Larson looking for 2nd into 3 and 4. White flag waving. Kyle Larson up to 2nd, but not close enough to do anything with Brad Sweet in 1 and 2. The Big Cat takes it down the backstretch and into 3 and 4 for the final time. Brad Sweet wins night number 1 at Atomic Speedway. Kyle Larson 2nd, Carson Macedo 3rd, David Gravel 4th, and Skylar G into 5th in the last corner.
All right, we got big fans here at Atomic. Got the big old sign set up. Having a big old fish fry today, so we're gonna go check out what they got going on. It's gravel time. So here's the campsite here. Got homemade coleslaw. Got some baked beans. So this is the fisherman here, professional crappie fisher. Here's the beer batter. There's the crappie before. There's the oil. It's the setup. It's very good. Probably my favorite lake fish for sure.
That's good.
Yeah, it's definitely probably the best. But this is the campsite here, Atomic.
And the final pair of low E insulation qualifiers includes last night's fast qualifier from Watertown, Connecticut, the Houston Speedway, BillionAuto.com, Jackson Motorplex, High Performance Lubricants, JRC Transportation, number 2 of David Gravel. Do not see the number 5 of Spencer Baston out there. Understand Baston changed an engine in the number 5. First lap time, 3rd. Quick for David Gravel. 11.535. 1:15.35. Gravel's going to try a lower entry into turn 3 on the 2nd lap. And the 2nd lap for David Gravel is an 11.782. First lap better, 11.535. Green flag in the air. Logan Schuhart low in 1 and 2, coming after Giovanni Scelzi for second as David Gravel leads down the back straightaway. Scramble back in the pack, cars all over the banking, racing for position. From last up into 7th on the opening lap, the number 5 of Spencer Baston. Cody Morosky and Robbie Price going at it, and now Baston coming after Price for the final transfer spot from dead last to a transfer in 2 laps. Spencer Baston 6th, but now Price back to his inside. Baston's got the momentum built up on the high side of the speedway, and now comes after the 101 of Cody Morosky to the inside of Morosky in turn 4, sliding up the hill. Spencer Baston now into the top 5. David Gravel continuing to lead it with Giovanni Scelzi about 8 car lengths behind him. Scelzi goes to the low side of the speedway in 3 and 4, but can't do anything with the Big Game Motorsports number 2 there. Halfway home, 4 down and 4 to go in our final heat race of the evening. David Gravel, your race leader. Cody Morosky and Robbie Price now do battle down the back straightaway. Morosky in the final transfer spot. Robbie Price trying to drive around him on the outside. Can't make it happen in turn 4. He'll follow down the front stretch. Both drivers to the cushion in corner number 1. Cody Morosky trying to hang on to the final transfer spot with 2 laps to go. David Gravel leading it by 3/4 of a second over Giovanni Scelzi as Gravel looks at the white flag, 1 lap remaining. Scelzi looking for a run on the cushion out of turn number 2, but running out of time. They'll race into 3 and 4 for the final time. Scelzi up top, but David Gravel down low to hang on for the win. Giovanni Scelzi 2nd, Logan Schuhart finishes 3rd, Cale Thomas 4th, Spencer Baston 10th to 5th, and Cody Morosky in the 6th and final transfer spot.
Driver of car number 2, it's David Gravel. Well, let's see if David can find the number 2. That's the number 3, not bad. He's working his way forward as far as the numbers go. And David, last night you said you took a bad car and had a good finish. Do you think tonight you've had at least a better car and maybe leads to a better finish?
Yeah, I would say we had a bad car. We just had a car that could hang around, just wasn't able to charge forward and pass cars. But tonight's a different racetrack. The straightaways are pretty wet here on the bottom, so I think that should promote a little bit more racing on the bottom of the racetrack. And that hole is there in 3 and 4 on the cushion, so that's going to be the tricky part of the track tonight, is managing that and how hard you could run the cushion and how hard you can't run it. So 1 and 2 is really nice. I think the track's going to be a good racing track tonight. So happy to get in the dash. Going out late again to qualify good is not easy to do. So just says a lot for our team and all our guys working hard in our motor program. So we're going to keep working hard and see what we can do tonight.
Green flag is waving on the Toyota dash. Macedo to the lead, right in front of Sheldon Hodenshield. David Gravel tries the low line in 1 and 2. He'll settle into the 3rd spot. Donnie Schatz coming after the 41 of Carson Macedo. That's the race for 4th. Schatz good down on the bottom of the speedway. Donnie Schatz by Carson Macedo, now coming after David Gravel for 3rd. Gravel keeps the momentum up on the high side of the speedway, but Donnie Schatz is right there with him. Schatz maneuvers down to the bottom of the racetrack once again in 3 and 4. Donnie Schatz unable to pass the 2 of David Gravel, low in 3 and 4. He'll try the bottom again in 1 and 2. Cross flags this time by halfway home. Carson Macedo leading it. Sheldon Hodenshield 2nd. Good battle for 3rd between David Gravel and Donnie Schatz. Gravel down low, but right for the line now of the car quest number 15. Carson Macedo's lead, 1 second over Sheldon Hodenshield. The all-by-year alternative number 41 right up on the top side of the speedway as he races toward the white flag. A little bobble on the cushion, but gathers it back in there. Donnie Schatz once again all over David Gravel, racing for 3rd. Schatz to the bottom, Gravel on the top, leader down the backstretch. Carson Macedo out of quarter number 4. He will win the Toyota Dash. Sheldon Hodenshield 2nd, and at the line, Donnie Schatz steals 3rd from David Gravel, who finishes 4th. Carson Macedo back on the throttle. David Gravel looks to the inside of Donnie Schatz, trying to get the 2nd spot. He'll make the move down low in 1 and 2. Schatz comes back at him on the outside. Sheldon Hodenshield right there as well. 3 cars battling for 2nd, allowing Carson Macedo to slip away just a bit. Schatz the only driver in the top 5 down low on the speedway in turns 3 and 4. Donnie Schatz continuing to hold the low line, now challenged for 3rd by the 17 of Sheldon Hodenshield. first and second on the cushion. Third place down low on the Speedway. Macedo expanding his lead slightly over David Gravel. Sheldon Hodenshield, Donnie Schatz catching Gravel. Sheldon with a run on the 15 at the end of the back straightaway. Sheldon Hodenshield to the cushion in 3 and 4, looking to drive by Donnie Schatz for third. Schatz maintains the spot as they cross the line. Working lap 14 of 35 at the Atomic Speedway. Carson Macedo leading it by 1 second. Macedo working that thin cushion at the exit of the second corner. Parker Price Miller on the move, started 19th. He's currently in the top 10. Traffic soon to be a factor in a big, big way at the Atomic Speedway. Schatz again coming after Gravel as leader Carson Macedo catches the back of the field. 2 laps from halfway, and Donnie Schatz now challenging David Gravel for second as they roll out of corner 4. Donnie Schatz will have second as they cross the line, may not be done there. Macedo to the bottom, drifts high, opens up the inside lane for Donnie Schatz. Schatz a challenge for the lead into corner number 3. Donnie Schatz on the bottom, Carson Macedo on the top, out of turn 4, they race across the line, and at the line, Donnie Schatz leads it by 23 thousandths of a second. Carson Macedo coming right back at the 10-time series champion. Schatz trapped behind a slower car at the bottom, but Nate Meeser moves up the racetrack. Schatz maintains the lead as they cross the line. 19 laps down, 35 the scheduled distance here. Donnie Schatz and Carson Macedo waging war at the Atomic Speedway. Macedo back to the cushion out of turn 4. Carson Macedo back in front on lap number 20. Carson Macedo reclaims the lead, but Donnie Schatz just a car length and a half off of his back bumper. Macedo tries the middle in 3 and 4, can't find the grip there, and Donnie Schatz back to the lead on lap number 21. Macedo back to the high side out of turn 2. Donnie Schatz leading for the second time in this race. Macedo right back to the cushion out of turn number 4, looking for another run. Traffic high and low in front of the leaders. Macedo to the cushion out of turn 4. Momentum is built, but not enough to take the lead. Now slower traffic right in front of Schatz, trying to make his way to the inside of Nathan Skaggs. Macedo capitalizes and goes around him to reclaim the lead again. Carson Macedo out of turn 4, crossing the start-finish line on lap number 24 with the race lead. Donnie Schatz right back to the bottom of the Speedway. Macedo expanding his lead now in traffic. This time by, there are 10 laps remaining at Atomic Speedway. David Gravel still third, Sheldon Hodenshield just behind him in the 4th spot, and Giovanni Scelzi running 5th. Donnie Schatz now forced up to the high side of the Speedway in an attempt to keep pace with race leader Carson Macedo. Macedo with a 1.2 second lead the last time by, continuing to work heavy traffic now around the outside of the number 4 of Danny Smith. Heavier traffic ahead of the Jason Johnson Racing number 41. Macedo a 1.7 second lead the last time. Brock Zierfoss from his earlier problems nearly back into the top 10. Sheldon Hodenshield trying to keep pace with the 2 of David Gravel battling for 3rd. And Brad Sweet outside the top 10. Points race may be tightening at the top of the World of Outlaws standings. Donnie Schatz closing in again on Carson Macedo, has taken a full second off the lead and now looks low in 3 and 4. Donnie Schatz looking to lead for a 3rd time with 5 laps to go at Atomic Speedway. David Gravel around the outside of Schatz. David Gravel out of a cannon to 2nd. Can he track down Carson Macedo? 4 laps to go. Gravel and Macedo run the cushion in 1 and 2. David Gravel enters in the middle of turn 3, drifts to the cushion in corner number 4. 3 laps remaining. Gravel running out of time to try to find a way by Carson Macedo. They race to the top side in 3 and 4. 2 to go signal for the number 41. Gravel is still within striking distance. Carson Macedo through the traffic down the back straightaway. White flag will be displayed as they cross the start-finish line. It's now or never for David Gravel. Macedo strong on the top in 1 and 2. Gravel may not have a shot at him. They race into 3 and 4 for the final time. For the first time since Florida, Carson Macedo wins with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. David Gravel second, Donnie Schatz third, Sheldon Hodenshield fourth, and Giovanni Scelzi in fifth.
Yeah, I made a little mistake on one of the lap cars, but honestly really happy to run second. I thought there for a while I wasn't going to be on the podium, and man, my car was really good on the restarts, restarting fourth. Every time I restarted to fourth, I could get a good run down the straightaway. When I restart third on that bottom on the flat, just couldn't get going. So, we've been trying. We had 3 different bar combinations in tonight, trying all sorts of things. And, to be trying all these things, excuse me, and be on the podium is a good night. Obviously, you want to win, but the rubber helped me. The rubber really got me into the racetrack and had my car sit better, and it looks like Carson was getting too tight and getting kind of messed up a little bit. So we have a hole in our tire. Didn't affect our performance, but there's obviously a lot of rocks in the cushion, and man, I didn't want to abuse the cushion for 35 laps, so I kind of pick and choose when I ran it hard or not ran hard. And I got to thank Zach, Scott, and Cody for working hard all weekend, and 4th and 2nd's pretty good, but we definitely probably have to be better to win races, but we're up here every night, so we're going to keep working hard, and I know we'll get a lot of wins this year.
Obviously, this is not a win, but it is a win that your GoPro actually stayed on the car tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah, new case tonight. I mounted it a little bit differently, so if anybody has a GoPro case company, hit me up. But I got to thank everybody, Todd, Taylor, Luke, everybody back home, Big Game Motorsports, Houston Speedway, Billion Automotive, Jackson Motorplex.
Hopefully one day.
Yeah, maybe one day. FK Rod Ends, Morrison Engines, Maxim Chassis, Butler Built Seats, High Performance Lubricants, all those people. It's been a fun year. All right, guys, the weekend is over at Atomic. It is now the day of the Indy 500. Solid weekend. Night 1, we were able to go quick time, run 4th in the A main. Felt like our car was just okay, just could hang around. Last night, went out really late, dead last. The track was definitely slowing down, and was able to go 3rd quick, run a different line that nobody else ran. That was a huge plus, put us in position for a strong night, and I was able to win our heat race, draw 3 in the dash, run 4th in the dash, started 4th, got great restarts when I started on the outside in 4th and got the 2nd each time. As we got going, Donnie was really, really good on the bottom, and lap traffic came into play. Donnie got the lead. I was kind of hovering around 3rd, restarting 3rd, fell back to 4th, and then was able to get to 3rd on another restart when I restarted 4th again, and got into 3rd. And then lap traffic came into play, started taking rubber on the outside. Donnie stayed on the bottom for 1 lap too many. Was able to run 2nd. When the rubber came in, the car got a lot better. We just kind of been trying things all weekend to try to get the car right for the A main and later on in race trim, but qualifying trim we were amazing. Race trim we were just okay. So we'll take a 2nd and a 4th for not being real happy with our race car. Strong weekend. Looking forward to Lawrenceburg on Monday at Memorial Day. It's always a fun and exciting track, so we'll see you guys at Lawrenceburg here shortly, and have a great weekend. Peace out.